Hey everybody, Chef Kimber. I'm back. I'm going to make my heart healthy salad today. This is my most popular health protocol salad that I make for people. It's delicious, I love it. We'll go ahead and get started. Whenever you're making a salad, you wanna make sure that you're getting everything that's gonna be cooked first, done first, because you want it cooled. Anything hot that goes on any sort of lettuce or base like that is gonna wilt it and just not make it fresh and crispy and yummy as a salad. For this bowl, we're gonna start with carrots, walnuts, and black beans, roasting all of these. Toasted walnuts. Very, very simple, very, very easy. I'm gonna take a large pan. I'm gonna toast all of my walnuts because I like to just keep them toasted in my pantry. I'm not gonna put anything on these. For these, we're just gonna toast them and give them that yummy roasted taste. Kind of take some of the bitterness away as well. We're just gonna put these walnuts to the side while the oven preheats. I'm gonna show you guys how to roast carrots. Very simple, easy thing to do. I think it brings out the sweetness in them, makes them tender for a salad. Roasted veggies are great during the winter or the colder months, and carrots are a winter vegetable, so I love these roasted on my salad. I've already washed these organic carrots. I like to cut little rounds, and they're just fun for the eyes. Perfectly cut. Grab a pan. I'm gonna season my carrots with salt and pepper, olive oil. We'll get that done here really quickly. You could use avocado oil or olive oil. Carrots are a really sweet vegetable. I like to do just salt and pepper because the carrots have just such a nice flavor, and a lot of people already like carrots, so you don't have to try to hide their flavor. And with the salt and pepper and that sweetness, it gives it a fun, savory, sweet flavor to me that I just really like. Once you get them all covered with that seasoning, go ahead and just spread them into a single layer. I'm gonna put these to the side and we'll put these in once the oven is preheated. Let's get starting our quinoa here. Quinoa takes a little while to cook. I have my quinoa, my bone broth, chicken bone broth. You could do beef, you could do water, veggie stock. Ooh, perfect. We got some sea salt, garlic, turmeric, and our black pepper. Give it just a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna turn this on a high heat and bring this up to a boil and then reduce it to a simmer, and this is just gonna cook while we get everything else going for our salad. Next, we're gonna roast black beans. I love organic black beans. I like to get them canned organic with just black beans, no preservatives. It might have some sea salt, so find a brand that you can get near you. Go ahead and open them. We're gonna strain our black beans. Normally I would strain this in the sink, but I wanted you guys to be able to see. I just strain it here through a strainer. Normally I would use my filtered faucet in my sink. Here I just have filtered water. We just wanna rinse them off. If you don't rinse off your beans and you roast them, they're gonna take 2 to 3 times longer to bake because all of that liquid will sit at the bottom of the pan and it takes a while for that to dry up. I'm gonna just do plain black beans today, and then that's all strained and rinsed. Our salad already has so much flavor, and I just wanna roast these. I'm not trying to add more flavors that are gonna maybe contrast or be overpowering. Single layer, my oven is preheated. I'm gonna place my carrots that are seasoned, black beans, and walnuts all in the oven. I'm gonna start with 15 minutes for the walnuts. I'll check the black beans and I'll check the carrots, and then we'll add time if they need it. Most likely they're gonna need 5 to 10 more minutes each, if not more, for the carrots. While those are roasting, while the quinoa is coming up to its heat to simmer for about 20-25 minutes, my quinoa has come up to a boil, so I'm gonna reduce that down. And my timer is going off. Let's check our beans, walnuts, and carrots. Our walnuts look perfect. You could probably do about 5 more minutes if you wanted to, but they smell sweeter, they smell toasted, which is what I want, is that flavor. I added 10 more minutes for the black beans and the carrots. I'm gonna put these to the side to cool while the carrots and the black beans are going. Our quinoa is nice and fluffy and done. Take it off the heat. You can see that it's all finished. That bone broth absorbed. This is my go-to happy food quinoa recipe that I use at my cafe. And because we're making this for a salad, I want it to cool quicker. We're just gonna pour it onto a pan, get it flat. This is gonna cool so much faster. You could do a larger pan without the higher walls so that it cools even quicker, but this is just a trick I always use at my cafes or my house if I need to make something quicker. I'm gonna throw this into the fridge. You could always grab quinoa out of your freezer and defrost it, or have it made the night before with your dinner and then save it for a salad the next day. That's my timer. I'm gonna grab out my carrots and my black beans. I'm gonna place this in the fridge and I'll be right back. My timer is going off for my black beans and my carrots. Let's check those. They both look perfect. Like the carrots, if you push into them, they break. I still want a little bit of tenderness. I don't want them like mushy. I like a little bit of crispiness. So those are perfect. Here's our black beans. You can tell some of them are starting to bust open. That's completely fine. I think it's fun, it's pretty. I'm gonna put both of these in the fridge. Again, I want them to cool quicker. I'm really excited to make you guys my heart healthy vinaigrette. You could use this on any salad to get these nutrients in you for heart health, cardiovascular health. Let's first start with olive oil. So I have it measured out. Blenders are great. They have these measurements on the side that you can use. I have local honey. I love Teas Bees. You could get it probably at your local farmer's market, wherever you live. We have our Dijon mustard. You could do something fun like a spicy brown mustard, or just regular yellow if that's what you like. You don't have to use Dijon. I have a lemon. This is a very large lemon. I'm gonna zest it. If you don't have lemon on hand, you could do a different citrus, maybe lime or grapefruit, or apple cider vinegar is always a great replacement. And I'm just gonna zest it because I want this to be really light and bright. If you don't love lemon, maybe don't zest it, but there are different nutrients in the skin, the oils in the skin. So again, just trying to get this as nutrient dense as possible. Zested my lemon. We're gonna cut it in half. We need 2 tablespoons. I already know this big one's probably gonna be 2 tablespoons. Sea salt, black pepper, turmeric, garlic powder, flax seeds. I actually use flax meal. That is everything. I'm gonna throw the lid on. That's why I love this dressing. You just throw everything into the blender. Pop this on and it's gonna just blend into this beautiful thickness, this creamy vinaigrette. Looks perfect. I'm gonna try a little bit here. Oh my gosh, yes, I love that. And this guy I'm just gonna save and put in my freezer. I'm gonna label and date it. So then I have salad dressing for this summer and I can just be eating salads and know that I'm getting the heart healthy benefits of this salad. I'm gonna package all this up. We'll put it away. And we're gonna make our marinated kale and cut up our strawberries and we'll be ready to assemble our salads. Let's make our marinated kale. This is just a bag of pre-washed, pre-chopped organic kale. Stems are already removed, so we don't even have to worry about that. I've got my organic olive oil, and I already have this recipe uploaded to my YouTube channel, so if you need the recipe, I'll put a link in this video so you can just go there. Sea salt, onion powder, and garlic. mixing this up. We just want to massage it. So I like to pick it up, rub it together, and that way that seasoning gets rubbed over every single leaf. It's not just maybe contained on one leaf and then you get a huge overpowering bite of seasoning. I'm just gonna go ahead and massage this for about a minute. And you always wanna try a piece, make sure that it's evenly seasoned. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my hands off and then we'll start slicing and quartering our strawberries. These are my local Amish organic strawberries. I just got them 2 days ago and they're so pretty. I'm just gonna dice these or kind of make them into more quarter slices. I do not want sliced strawberries, mostly because I'm meal prepping. You want them to be in those quarters, those thicker sizes, just because they last longer then. If you cut them into small slices, they're gonna go bad quicker, which is fine if you're eating them that day. But if you're saving them like me to go on a road trip, we want these to last as long as possible. So a quarter, cut the top off, you cut it in half, turn it, cut it in half again, and we got these beautiful quarter pieces. So I'm gonna compost the tops. I'm gonna eat one of these for myself, and I'm gonna grab everything out that's cooled in my fridge, and we're gonna build these salads. Make our heart healthy salad. This is, again, my most popular dietary salad protocol that I have on my menu. I'm gonna meal prep a few of these. Usually one bag of that kale gives me about 5 salads, maybe 6. So first I wanna put my dressing in. I'm gonna just put a little bit of kale on each of these or in each one of these. I'm just gonna equally portion out the kale. And then this last little bit, I'm just gonna put into a bowl that I'm gonna eat now, but I could, there are a few salads I could add a little bit more. It's not much, just a tiny bit. Let's go ahead and put our black beans and carrots on. Again, I just want to equally portion out each one of these. And the rest I'm gonna put on my bowl. Our black beans next. 2 cans did about 6 salads, so 1 can, you know, makes about 3 salads. Throw some on mine, of course. I think I'm gonna do my quinoa next. And I love just using a 2-ounce scoop for my quinoa. You could put as much on here as you want if you're trying to get higher protein, because I'm not doing a meat today on this one. You could easily do 2 scoops if you wanted extra quinoa. It's a whole plant-based protein. It has all the amino acids, so adding as much as you want. I love the yellow color. It's so pretty. Look at all these colors. Next is our walnuts, our toasted or roasted walnuts. You know, as a restaurant owner, you never can do a ton of nuts on a salad unless you want to have the price really expensive and you know people will pay for that. So when it's at home or it's for a friend, I always want to add extra because they're so nutrient dense. Last but not least, the strawberries. That all looks pretty equal to me. Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just love these so much. These all have the dressing in them, so I'm actually gonna pack these. We're gonna drive these down to Nashville. My mom, my stepdad, my whole family, this is what we'll have for lunch one day, so we can just get moving, see Nashville. We also can have the most nutrient-dense organic food without spending a ton of money, which is important. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of this dressing on my salad. These colors, you just can't beat them. You really can't. Where's my fork? Oh, I like to mix everything in and just have a really colorful, yummy salad. All right, this bite's gonna have everything. I got kale, quinoa, carrots, strawberries, walnuts, black beans. That is so yummy. That is so good. The carrots and the strawberries and the honey give it this little tiny bit of sweetness. And then you've got that to counterbalance the walnuts, the turmeric. The quinoa's got that bone broth, so this is just so healing for my gut and my belly. Okay, this is gonna be my dinner. That is so delicious. I hope you guys like watching this video. You could throw on some roasted chicken from your dinner the night before. I know I have some in my fridge I'm gonna use. You could do beef meatballs, you could do ground beef, turkey, anything. Salmon would be absolutely yummy and heart healthy on this. You could do tuna salad, chicken salad, anything you like on here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you wanna see next. I can't wait to cook for you guys again, and I hope you all stay happy